So before starting, I just want to make one note, that is all these things that I'm going to tell involves a lot of money and planning. They're just an ideas, and you have to work on it to execute that ideas. You have to borrow money from someone, or you have to raise money on your own, and it's going to take a lot of time. You can't do all those things which I'm going to say in a day. It takes some time. And okay, let's go to the video. It's hard to see many chemistry people starting as having a startup, and I don't see many. But even if they have startup, they have it at the later stage of when at the later stage of their life when they become 40 or something. But I just think like that's not how it is. You should be at least in your late 20s to have a good startup. Then only you can use your youth energy to develop your startup. That's why I think young people should think about having a startup instead of like you had a good job and worked in for 10 years and then you lose motivation to have a startup. It's any time like in the 20s and early 30s is a good time to have a startup, I think. So my first startup for chemistry people is the cosmetics. Actually, who knows better about cosmetics than chemistry people? It's 50% water and some base. Not base means not a acid base. The base which forms the base of the cosmetics, like it's a colloid, it's a cream, and a fragrance and a color. These four things you can do some research on it, and you can make your own cosmetic product. Like, and I don't tell about the soap and shampoo. There are many people doing it, and I want you to focus about the makeup stuff people use on a daily basis, like the makeup kit. And at first you can buy the chemicals and you just mix and sell. Also, packing takes a lot of cost, and you can outsource the packing. Like, you can just give the cream and have some other machinery company to pack it. And the formula is you have to fix it. You can know what are the chemicals used in that in any product, and you can try to somehow come with some formula, like in what proportion you have to mix. You can test it out. It needs some planning. At first you just buy the chemicals and mix and give it to a packaging company, and they will pack it for you. And regarding the sales, regarding how to sell this makeup, look, there are a lot of kids how they're going to buy. You would think that you have to plan, but chemistry people will have an edge in it. They know what kind of chemicals to mix in fragrance, and when they see the chemical name, they can be sure and they can search out. It's chemicals involved in it. Chemistry people are good with chemicals, therefore they have an edge in this cosmetic industry because they know about the chemicals and what to do with it. And also regarding the sales, I have one idea. Like, you can give it in rooms. If you book rooms or in any good 5-star, 3-star hotel rooms, they give you complimentary products, and in those products you can give complimentary makeup. It's a new thing. No one is going to give a makeup as a complimentary in a room. You can give this complete makeup set, whatever they use, the conditioner, the foundation and all, everything. And also you can give creams for hands and legs. You can make the scope is there in the cosmetic industry. And it's, see, cosmetic, as I told already, it's mostly water and there's a moisturizer. Your skin needs water, and it will, and oil. It's mostly water and oil, and some MLC. You make it a colloid, like a cream, using an emulsifier. And chemistry people can do some research in it, and they can come up with a product. And the marketing and all, it's easy. I'm not going to tell it's easy to start, but it's a simple idea. Like, cosmetics is the first thing. Like, chemistry people can easily get used to it, and they can have a business around it. And starting a business, you need so other kind of skills other than this chemistry thing. You can combine with other young people who know business or other things also, who are such a broad mind. You can combine with them, but chemistry people definitely have an edge in this particular cosmetic startup. Before they can have this kind of startup. So the thing I want the chemistry people to focus on is inorganic chemicals, not the organic ones, because organic compounds are very difficult to make. Like, some compounds, like organic synthesis, have a lot of difficulties, but not the inorganic ones. You can buy some salts and make the other salts, or you can buy some compounds and make the other ones. There's a lot of scope in it. For the ammonium nitrate is widely used for making the fertilizers, and sodium dichromate. Like, there are many inorganic chemicals which have a variety of uses, and therefore you can try to buy the naturally existing compounds, like which they mine in bulks, and you can convert into other chemicals, and you can sell them to either laboratories as an analytical reagent, or you can sell them to other companies. Like, this idea really needs a whole lot of planning, but yeah, chemistry people really can do this kind of stuff. They can start an industry which is a chemical industry. um, they can really do it, because inorganic chemicals are very very easy to react. But when you go it on a big scale, you need some machineries and all. But at first you can try to do it in a small scales, like very less amount. But also, inorganic chemicals are used in large quantities, not like organic compounds. Organic compounds, even if it is difficult to make, they only need in small quantities. But inorganic salts, they usually need it in a lot of quantities. But they can try it out. It's very easy to make inorganic salts or inorganic compounds. I'm not telling about the organometallic compounds. I'm telling about the simple salts which you can make from the naturally existing ores. And also there are a lot of chloroalkali industry where they make chlorine compounds and alkali metal compounds. There are a lot of things is there. I'm just giving an idea. They can make inorganic compounds. Like they can buy the starting materials and make them, and they can sell them. This is a good. There are a lot of big B's in this. A lot of big companies doing this, but you can start it in a small scale, reduce the cost, try to reach to a lot of persons. Look, I work in a company. Sometimes you also find it difficult to find the chemicals. There's always a scope for chemicals. There are many people need it, like titanium dioxide. A lot of chemicals are needed, even a food preservatives. There are a lot of even a KFC burger have some kind of salt. I don't know, like some salt is there as a preservative. Therefore, inorganic salt industry is having inorganic chemicals is having a very huge scope. Therefore, it's a very good idea for a startup, and they can chemistry people have a very good edge on that. See, the other thing I just want the chemistry people to focus on is the effluent treatment of industries. Like the effluent, a lot of the industries give out a lot of gases and water, and not gases and liquids. You can treat those liquids and you can come up with a plan. So you can already use the water membranes and ion exchange things, resins available in the market, and you can treat their effluents, and you can do it as a service. Like many industries already have this kind of system, and you should find a way to you can show them what you can do to it. You can come up with a new way, like how you can treat effluents. Look, as a chemistry, you know what may be in that, and you know the industry process, and you can treat those effluents. And people who are really interested, all industries want to reduce the effluents. People are becoming more environmental conscious nowadays. Therefore, industries are also coming into the residential places. Therefore, they really have to do this kind of stuff like effluent treatment. And what effluents you can treat, you can come up with a way how to treat the effluents. It's nothing but you're just going to filter out the chemicals, and how you're going to do is what matters. You can plan on that, like what kind of chemicals are and how you're going to manage it, and you can come up with a way. And chemistry people can really have a startup in this area, like effluent treatment or effluent recycling. This kind also the effluent gases should also be treated, and this stuff is really gonna. It's the chemistry will really have an edge on this stuff, like how they can treat these effluents. Therefore, chemistry people can focus on this. And the one more thing which I want the chemistry people to work to have a startup is the recycling. Actually, there are lots of things need to be recycled now. We are consuming a lot of things and we are just throwing it as a waste. And we can make materials from the recycled plastics, and we can make things out of it. And you can with some research you can really try and recycle the paper, the glass, and the clothes industry. There are a lot of clothes needs to be recycled, and it's not properly regulated. There's no structure is there, and you can have a startup where you can make a recycle the clothes or recycle the paper. But it's look like a little elite. It's not going to reach many people maybe, but there should be some people who needs to do the recycling in this hugely waste producing world. Therefore, I think chemistry people can really come with this recycling stuff. Yeah. They can have a edge over not much chemistry is involved in it, but you can see what kind of chemicals to use to separate or to remove the colors from cloths, or how to get the yarn again, or there's always some chemistry stuff is there, especially in paper recycling. Also, you have to treat the paper with some to remove the ink and all. Therefore, chemistry people can really try out on that. It's a known field for chemistry, and they can really focus on this recycling stuff. Like I already told, this recycling more investment, and the profit I don't think we're gonna get much, but eventually on seeing the world doings, I think eventually the recycling is going to get a kickstart from like I already told, people are more environmental conscious now, and this recycling is definitely going to get a kickstart sooner. Therefore, this thing they can really focus on. So I have an idea for an organic chemist. If you're an organic chemist, you can make the color pigments and adhesives, and you can try it out. There are already many colors are available, but we always need color pigments for. Color pigments have a lot of uses, and as also the adhesives. Therefore, if you're an organic chemist, you can try to have a startup on that make colors in low cost and non-toxic. Like we're going to have a lot of life like that kind of. You can first buy the colors and you just sell it, and later you can do the R&D. Or you can come up with your own pigment. At least come with one color and sell it, and that is going. And adhesives also, you come with adhesives, sell it for low cost. Just make an adhesive or mix some two kinds of adhesives and just sell it. There are a lot of research is needed in this organic. Anything that comes with the organic needs a lot of R&D and stuff there. But they can try the colors are widely used as well as the adhesives. Therefore, they can come up with this color and adhesive startups, a company which sell color pigments and adhesives. First, you do it in a small, and you can do it in a large scale. The other thing that chemistry people can have a startup is like polymers and the materials. They can make their own polymers, or at first they can buy the base and they make stuff out of it, like toys, and like badminton rackets and things like that. They can either they can come up with their own polymer, or they can buy the polymer and make stuff out of it. But they should make their own polymer, then only the chemistry is involved in that. Make some simple polymers and try to do some research on make it on a big scale. But this industry is very tough compared to others. Or you can make carbon nanofibers or nanotubes in a large scale, and you can make materials out of it. Like until there are a lot of this polymer industry. You can help other companies to make a certain kind of shaped object, and you can sell them for them. Many companies may come to you for make some kind of a shaped object in a particular material, and you can sell it to them. But as a startup, you will have some difficulties in this polymers and materials industry, but it have a very huge scope in the future. Many like I told, all these things, they are already big players are already there, but there's always a place for a startup in this world. There are many people doing it, but there's always a place for a startup. Therefore, you can start this polymers and materials. You can focus on that, and you can build a company on that. And my last thing to tell is very famous lithium-ion batteries. The electric cars are coming soon. I already had two in my neighborhood. They bought electric cars, and there's definitely going to be a big boom in lithium-ion batteries and charging stations. Therefore, you can make batteries, and it's not very easy, but you can make things that make up the battery. Like you can just make the solid electrode, or you just can solid electrolyte, or you can just make the cathode or anode. And definitely you can as I already told, there are many startups already in the lithium-ion batteries thing, and you can also join them if you're interested in that. At first, you can buy the parts from others, and you can build the battery. To make your own cathode or anode, it's definitely going to be tough because there are a lot of options. Many people are doing it. I have seen in a large number of places. But you just assemble the battery at first. That is the simplest way to start any business. First, you just do what all the other people are doing. You just buy them and you just sell them. You get a name from it, and you're doing the R&D and making your own name for yourself. That is the thing. You can either assemble the battery and sell, or you can or you can make your own cathode and anode. But this is not as easy as I tell. Whatever I told is not as easy as I told. There are a lot of days and nights to be spent in that, but it's possible. That's what I want to say. Whatever I told is possible, and people are already doing it. And I want young people like me, or in the like, they should focus on that. Many people are already focusing on that. I have seen many persons or planning to have a startup, and I just want to give an extra ideas or motivations. I just let them know. If anyone is already there, I want them to know, like, we are also there to plan to have a startup, or give people some idea, like they also have these options to go with. That's why I wanted to tell in this video.